Hello, friends. Have you ever wondered why the world's most successful people and companies are different from others? Are they successful only because of their hard work and talent? Or is there some other deep reason hidden behind their success? When we look at the success of our company in our life, or if we want to reach a big goal in our career, then often we focus on what and how, meaning what to do and how to do it. But there is a question that matters more than both of these, and that is, Simon Sinek. In this best-selling book, Start With Why, it is told that when you understand the real reason behind your every action, that is, your why, then your thinking, your energy, and your intentions change completely. This book teaches us that great leaders, iconic brands, and successful people always start with their why, and that is what makes them unique, their work and their success different from others. Most of us live our lives on the surface level. We know what we have to do, like getting a good job, buying a big house, or starting a successful business. We also think about how to do it, like which method to use, skills to learn, which strategy to adopt, or which technology to use. But if you ask your heart that why do you want to do all this, then do you have a clear answer? This is the question Simon Sinek asks us, that till we understand unless we understand the why, all our efforts will remain incomplete. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a student, a professional, or a leader, unless you have a clear and powerful why, you cannot inspire others, and neither can you achieve your goals. You can reach the full potential of life. There is a very interesting concept in this book, the golden circle. This concept tries to explain to us that the most successful people in the world do not always think from outside to inside, but think from inside to outside, meaning they start with why, then move to how, and finally focus on what. Think when you meet someone for the first time. What do you tell them about yourself? Often we say, I am this person, or I am in this field. I work. But when you start your talk with your why, like, I work to make life easier for people, if I can make it better, then your words bring a different kind of power and inspiration. People don't just listen to you, they feel you. Start With Why is not just a book, it's a movement. It's an idea that not only affects our professional life, but our whole life too. It can also transform your personal life. When we understand our inner self, we can find what brings us true happiness and satisfaction. Every chapter of this book will help you change your thinking and unlock your true potential. It will show you the way to inspire people around you and how you can create a life you can be proud of. So if you want to give a new direction to your life and your work, if you want to spread your voice to others and want to leave an impact that the world will remember forever, then this video is for you. Today, through the summary of this book, we will explore those deep lessons and insights that will change your thinking, your strategy, and it can give a new dimension to every aspect of life. Don't just listen to it as a book summary, but give it a chance. Understand the importance of understanding your life and finding your true identity. So let's start this beautiful journey and know how Start With Why can bring change in our life. Chapter 1. Manipulation versus inspiration. In 2004, Motorola introduced the flip-top. A phone model was launched, which created a stir in the market. The name of this model was Razr. This phone was not just a device, but became a style statement of that time. Big Hollywood celebrities and even the Prime Minister used it. It was talked about everywhere. It proved to be a huge success for Motorola. They sold 50 million units of the product. But this success did not last long. Within 4 years, many companies copied the Razr and launched phones with better features. As soon as it was launched in the market, Motorola's magic started to fade. Motorola, which had once created a sensation in the market, was suddenly left behind. The answer to why this happened is manipulation versus inspiration. Motorola resorted to manipulation instead of inspiring people for its success. This strategy brought them temporary success. Razr created a sensation as soon as it came in the market. People were excited to buy it. But as soon as some other company introduced phones with better features and design, customers immediately turned to them. Imagine if Motorola had. Would the story have been different if they had changed their strategy a little and focused on customer loyalty? If they had an emotional connection with customers, people would probably think twice before leaving Motorola. But that didn't happen. Razr was just a novelty. That is, a new and attractive product which got lost somewhere after losing its shine. It is never easy to get loyalty. It is not achieved by merely launching a new product. For this, something big and deep has to be done. Make a place in the hearts of people through inspiration. When you only manipulate people, they stay with you as long as their needs are being fulfilled. But when you inspire them, they feel a strong connection with you. There are many ways of manipulation. For example, a politician might use fear to get people to vote for him. Peer pressure, where people buy something out of fear that they might be left behind. Price drop, i.e., reducing the price to attract people to buy promotions, and on-premise deals, which are used to attract people. Novelty, i.e., presenting something new and different. All these methods are often used by companies and leaders. Politicians gain votes by resorting to fear and false promises. Companies increase sales by reducing the price of products or by giving huge discounts. But is it really true? This is an example of leadership. No manipulation is always a temporary solution. It not only proves to be costly, but its effectiveness is also limited. You can manipulate someone once, not repeatedly. Motorola's Razr phone is also an example of this. This was not an innovation. It was just a new and attractive product, but more was needed to keep people engaged for a long time. Now, if we talk about innovation, the names of such products come up which changed the entire industry. Fax, the machine that gave a new direction to business communication. Microwave woven that made cooking fast and easy. Made the light bulb that brought light into our lives. iTunes that redefined the music industry. These products are not remembered just because they were new. They are remembered because they changed the way we live. These were innovations. Innovations that inspire people. Motorola's Razr is nowhere in front of these. They only tried to lure people, but did not engage them. This is the reason that as soon as their novelty factor ended, their customers also moved away from them. Great leadership is that which reach people's hearts. When you connect with people through inspiration, this connection never ends. This is the biggest lesson of Start with Vihai. Raise your thinking above manipulation. Try to touch people's hearts and minds. If you do this, success is yours, not just for some time, but forever. Chapter 2. Think different. Have you ever wondered how a company which was known for making computers could bring such a revolution in the world of mobile and gadgets? It can be remembered by people for decades. This is what L has done from 1984 to today. Till date, Apple has had only one motto: think different. It is not just a slogan, but the soul of Apple. It is the same thought that has breathed life into every product, every idea, and every advertisement. The thought of doing something different is behind everything Apple does. The aim is that in the early 2000s, when the music industry was struggling badly due to war, people were burning CDs to download songs, and recording companies were incurring huge losses. At that time, Steve Jobs thought of something that no one had thought of it before. He introduced iTunes, a platform that saved the music industry. With iTunes, Steve Jobs not only introduced a product, but gave people an option that was simple, cost-effective, and legal. It was not just a music platform. It was a platform that saved the music industry. It was not a player. It was a new way to make music accessible to people. iTunes and iPod together changed an entire industry. But did you know that the MP3 player was not invented by Apple? This innovation was actually made by Creative Technologies Singapore Limited. He launched it in the market as a 5 GB MP3 player. Apple launched the product with a new name, but the name and marketing of the product was so common that people did not connect with it. Then Apple took the same thing, but presented it with a concept and story that reached the hearts of the customers. They made it popular. Introduced as 1,000 songs in your pocket, this one sentence did what creative technology could not do with its technical specifications. L did not focus on what is, they focused on why it is, and this is the difference that reached the hearts of the customers. The biggest secret of reaching is, when I was launched in 2007, it was not just a phone, it was an innovation. It was the beginning of those smartphones without which we cannot even imagine our life today. I changed the mobile industry forever. At that time, big companies like New Ericsson and Motorola were also in the market. But the simple design of touchscreen technology, and intuitive interface gave the customers an experience that they had never felt before. It was not just a question of technology, it was a question of thinking. The question was to think of doing something different. Now let's take a look at the story of Dell. In 2003, Dell also started its own. Dell launched an MP3 player, but this product was not successful because people knew Dell as a computer company, and it was difficult for them to accept that Dell is now making music players as well. Dell tried to go beyond its identity and do something different. They tried, but they did not have what Apple had. The secret of Apple's success is not only in their products, the secret is their aim to think differently. Whether it is a computer, music player, or mobile phone, there is a difference behind everything. Thinking has a purpose. This thinking makes L different from other companies. In 2007, L removed the word computer from its name and became just L Inc. This change was not just in the name, it was a big step in their thinking and their identity. Now L&T was not just a computer manufacturing company. It had become a company that was capable of changing entire industries. Today, when we take the name of L&T, we remember their thinking more than their products. We remember them for their vision. Do you know that this is the reason why Reliance Jio is counted among those companies, which are not just present in the market, but also shape the market? Companies tried to become like Apple. HP and Dell also tried to innovate, but they could not leave an impact like Apple because their thinking was limited. They remained confined to computers only, whereas Apple expanded the scope of its thinking every time. Thinking different is not just a slogan, it is a way of looking at the world and changing the world. L has shown that when you put a deep thought and purpose behind your work, you can change any industry. Chapter: The Golden Circle is the key to leadership and inspiration. Have you ever wondered why some companies are at the forefront of their industry while others struggle? Why do big companies like HP and Dell that make computers with the best features still fail to meet the expectations of their customers? A fails to gain the loyalty of A, whereas L creates an obsession with each of its products. The question is not just what the product is, but the why behind it. When a customer buys A's product, he buys more than just a computer or a phone. He does not buy into the thoughts and objectives that L expresses at every step. We humans are not influenced by mere arguments and data. Our emotions, our beliefs, and our attachments are driven from a deeper place. Our brain is built that way. That is why when a company clearly states its purpose and customers connect with that purpose, they become loyal to the company. Imagine a circle with 3 levels. In the center of the circle is buy. It tells what is the objective of a company. The second level is how. It shows what methods the company adopts to achieve its objective. The outermost circle is what? The product or service that the company gives to the customers. Most of the companies start from outside to inside their circle. They tell their customers how good their product is, what are its features and why it is worth buying. But their method is not to attract the customers. On the other hand, companies like L communicate from inside to outside. There is a deep purpose behind every product, every campaign, and every step, to think differently. And this is what touches the heart of their customers. When L. When we start with Brother, customers don't just see a product. They see a brand that matches their thoughts and beliefs. Brother's customers are also able to buy products from Apple. We like L&T because they also believe in thinking differently. L has proved time and again how important it is for any organization to have a clear and strong purpose. When a company has a clear purpose, its success increases. The impact is not just on customers, but also on employees. When every Apple employee feels a sense of purpose and the need to think differently, they feel deeply motivated in their work. They don't just work to build products, they work to create a purpose. If you want to lead people, don't think about what you can give them. What is your why? People may be impressed by the features, but they will connect with your purpose only when your why is clear. And when people feel your purpose, they will want to join you. They will become your followers. They will listen to you because they also believe in the same thing as you. The golden circle is not just a principle. It is an approach. It tells what should be the basis of leadership and inspiration. Your age is your purpose. It is the reason you work for your. The how is your process. It shows what steps you take to accomplish your purpose. And your HUT is your product or service that realizes your purpose. When you follow this framework of the golden circle, you are not just a product. You are a product. You sell trust, inspiration, and engagement. In today's market, there are many brands offering products with great features, but their success does not depend only on features. Their success depends on how well they reach the hearts and minds of their customers. How to reach. When customers understand and believe in a company's purpose, they are not just customers, they become brand ambassadors. That's why Mac lovers always music, music, music. Talk about more than just their products or don't focus on service. Make your purpose clear. Tell people that you believe in it because when people connect with your thoughts and purpose, they will not be just your customers. They will become your supporters, and this is the biggest power of leadership. Start with the coffee, and everything else is a journey of inspiration and identity beyond coffee. Have you ever wondered why some things touch our heart, while others just become a part of our daily routine? Have you realized that the greatest need of a human being is not just food or shelter, but a sense of belonging, a connection, a feeling that you belong somewhere? The feeling that we belong to someone gives us the strength to live every day. This is the reason why when we go to an unknown country for a holiday and see people of our country there, suddenly, we feel a warmth in our heart, and we smile. We wake up and feel like we're among our own people. We feel a similar connection with companies and brands that share our beliefs and purpose. Those brands don't just sell products. They strengthen our beliefs when we connect with them. When we become a part of a brand, we feel connected not just with their service, but also with their thinking. We humans don't do everything with logic. We go by feelings. It is the feelings that connect us to something and inspire us. For example, you might think that Starbucks is just a coffee shop, but it's not. Starbucks is just a bar, a coffee shop, or a coffee shop. Brother, he doesn't sell coffee. He sells a feeling, an experience, a relaxing moment. When you go to Starbucks, you don't just taste the coffee there. You feel the feeling there, the calm atmosphere, the comfortable chairs and the aroma. All these together create such an experience. It's what keeps you coming back again and again. There's a name behind Starbucks that made it more than just coffee: Howard Schultz. Although Howard wasn't the founder of Starbucks, he joined the company in 1982. At that time, Starbucks was just a coffee bean seller. It was a simple company. But Howard Schultz turned it from a simple coffee brand into a culture. Schultz was very impressed with the espresso bars in Italy. He saw that people came to coffee shops not just to drink coffee, but to spend some of the most relaxing moments of their day. He dreamed that the same should happen in America. His dream was that Starbucks should not be just a shop. It should become a third place for people, a place between home and office where they can find peace. But there were difficulties in this path. Founder of Starbucks, just selling coffee beans. They did not understand Howard's dream, but Schlott did not give up. Howard Schlott's vision completely changed Starbucks. He transformed it from a place that sold coffee to a culture. Now Starbucks is not just a coffee shop, but a restaurant. It is not a coffee shop. It is a place where people sit, read books, work on laptops, meet friends, and spend time with themselves. This thinking of his has transformed Starbucks from a small brand to a global powerhouse with more than 13,000 branches. And all this happened only because he started talking to his brother. Now, let's talk about Harley Davidson. Have you ever seen someone getting a tattoo of Harley Davidson on his body? Is there any other brand for which people show so much passion? Harley Davidson. Getting a tattoo is not just a style statement, it's an identity. Harley Davidson has expanded itself beyond just being a bike company. They gave their customers a belief, a feeling of freedom. Harley Davidson doesn't just sell bikes, it gives its customers a lifestyle. For those who ride a Harley, it's not the bike, it's their identity. This brand defines its belief. It is so strong that it has made a symbol of belief for its people with just one design. Randy Fuller, who has a Harley tattoo on his body, says that this tattoo is a symbol of my identity. It tells me who I am and that I am an American. Be it Starbucks or Harley Davidson, the secret of success of these brands is not just their products, it is their purpose. Starbucks gave people moments of comfort. Harley Davidson gave them a feeling of freedom. Both the brands made their niche so strong that their customers are not just their customers, but have become their followers. We humans don't just connect with products, we connect with feelings. So if you also want to make something that reaches people's hearts, then start with buy. Remember, people will listen to you only then. When you connect with their feelings, and when this happens, you will not only sell the product, but also win hearts. Chapter Piece. Stories that make dreams come true. Disney. When dreams and reality meet. Have you ever thought that to make a big dream come true, what is needed is just a vision or hard work to make it come true? The truth is that both are necessary. The dreamer and the one who makes them come true are the only things that give birth to a miracle. The story of Walt and Roy Disney is proof of this magic. Walter Disney is the man who he was lost in an imaginative world, making cartoons, weaving stories, and dreaming big. This was his life. On the other hand, his elder brother Roy Disney was a banker, practical, and down-to-earth. Roy knew that Walt had big dreams, but he did not have the resources. Who could turn these dreams into reality? It was the year 1923. Animation and film industry was still in its initial stages. Walt Disney had a passion for animated films, but this passion was not easy for him. He used to take big risks and often got into financial troubles. His brother Roy was worried seeing all this. Roy knew that Walt's dreams were strong, but he also knew that Walt was completely inexperienced in matters of money and business. This is the reason why Roy dedicated his life to making Walt's dreams come true. Walt had the dreams, but Roy created the framework to turn those dreams into reality. Roy Disney founded the Buena Vista Company, which was the distributor of Disney films. He took the responsibility of finance, business, and management on his shoulders. Walt's imagination got the support of Roy's plans, and from this partnership, Disney's empire was built. It is not only Disney's empire. No, but it is true of every successful partnership. People who dream, the buy type of people, are incomplete without their imaginations, and people who execute their dreams, the how type of people, are directionless without their vision. What Walt Disney dreamed, not only did he build a company, but he also inspired millions of people. Every Disney product, every movie, every theme park tells a story. These stories give us the power to dream. Walt Disney stories make us believe that if we pursue our dreams, we can achieve success. If you try to do anything, then nothing is possible. Bill Gates, when technology dreamed. Now let us move out of the world of Disney and enter the world of technology. Here also, there is a name who turned a simple idea into a revolution. Bill Gates had a dream that it might sound simple today that there should be a computer in every home and on every desk, but it seemed like an impossible idea at that time. Bill Gates dreamed of connecting the world with technology. He believed that if people got the right tools, they could use their full potential. He did this through Microsoft. He made his dream come true. Tools like PowerPoint, Word, and Excel made people's lives easier and more productive. He created a platform through Windows that helped millions of people reach their goals. Even after leaving Microsoft, Bill Gates continued to pursue his dream. He did not give up, and along with his wife founded Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Now his aim is not to make software, but to help millions of needy people. Bill Gates believes that every person should get a chance to give opportunities to the poor. They can uplift themselves through this. It is not just charity, but a means of empowering them. Be it Disney or Bill Gates, one thing is common in both these stories. Purpose. Walt Disney's purpose was to show people dreams. Bill Gates' purpose was to make people dream. Giving people the tools to pursue their dreams changed the world, but it wasn't just their talent that made them change. This happened because they had a clear vision, a strong purpose, a dream, an identity and emotions attached to it. Have you ever thought that a car can be not just a vehicle, but also a thought, an emotion, and an identity? It is the people's car. It is a living example of this idea. This brand became a symbol of hippie culture in the 70s. Its cars were within the reach of common people. Every model of Volkswagen used to say that this car is yours. It is for you. But every dream is not fulfilled. The story of Volkswagen has had its ups and downs. In 2004, Volkswagen.com took a different route to enter the luxury segment by launching their luxury brands Lex and Cura. These brands were different from their main brand, but still connected to their roots. For Walmart, this is not just a store, but an example of hard work, service, and dedication. Walmart founder Sam Walton grew up in a simple family. Amidst poverty and struggles, he learned one thing: that there is no substitute for hard work. He opened his first Walmart store in Arkan, one of the sister-in-law. When it was opened in a small town, it was a simple retail shop, and such shops were present on every street at that time. But Sam Walton's thinking made Walmart different from other shops. Sam Walton was not working just to earn money. He had a deep desire in his heart. His only aim was to serve people. He believed that if he takes care of people, people will take care of him. This thought was reflected in every decision he made. The relationship that Walmart built with its employees, customers, and community took it to the pinnacle of success. S. Walter was not only hardworking, but also a living example of humility. He worked on weekends, drove his own pickup truck, and remembered every employee's birthday. His annual salary was only $0,000, a figure which was much more than his company's earnings. Sam Walton had nothing but his aim was never to earn money. His aim was to make people's lives better. In 1928, Sam Walton died due to bone marrow cancer. His son, S. Robes Walton, became the chairman of the company, but he remembered the loss of Sam. No one could fulfill the complaints of customers and employees. After his departure, changes started coming in Walmart. Gradually, the purpose of Walmart, the spirit that made it unique, began to disappear. Without such leaders, their companies began to lose their direction and purpose. When Steve Jobs left Apple, Bill Gates left Microsoft, and Sam Walton left Walmart, their why did the companies start tottering because the purpose hidden behind them, their fear, went with them. The stories of Steve Jobs, Sam Walton, and Bill Gates give us a deep lesson. The roots of any organization lie in its purpose. As long as that purpose remains alive, the organization. An organization flourishes, but if that purpose is forgotten, the organization loses its identity. Whether you are running a company, leading a team, or want to give your life the right direction, identify your purpose. To bring a change in the world, you need to do something. There is a need to dream big, but to make that dream come true, you have to clarify your purpose. Remember, the bigger your purpose, the greater your success will be. So recognize your love today and start your journey.